So when I first started looking into this, I didn't understand. But as I started to pray these 4 words, search me, O Lord, I realized that it is a very deep and mystical prayer. It is a blueprint for healing and a journey of universal transformation. And so much of what is in this prayer is what the aspects of what it uncovers and touches is a lot of what Bob shows, I feel, in his presentations. And so this was a pretty big unfolding for me, and it showed me a lot of things. And so, as we get into this, as I'm sharing what I've discovered, it might spark something for you and open up a doorway for you and a new access point. So this image now is actually what I consider to be the mystery, a good example of the mystery of this prayer. Search me, O Lord. It is a prayer of purification. It is a prayer of surrender. It is a deep calling of the heart. It is a prayer of freedom. It is something that we can use to unearth ourselves, to be, just be. It is a prayer that we can use every day to take a deeper step with God, to affirm our commitment to the path of truth and love, to open our hearts to ourselves, and to be present in presence. It's a decree, it's a humble asking, and it's a tender opening. Search me, O Lord. Search me, O Lord. Search me, O Lord. Take a minute to say these words for yourself as a way of anchoring in the mystery and the mystical nature of this prayer. So when I started to pray these words, I was taken on a few journeys deep inside me. And I was shown different threads in my life that helped me get where I am today. The first thread I was shown was of the many wake-up calls that I had to get on my path of purpose. And kind of talked about a few of those in the other calls and some of those experiences that I've had. But what was different for me this time is normally I would focus on being off path. Like that's where when I've looked at maybe having wake-up calls before, I had looked at how off I was, and I would get really hard on myself. And then I would, just think about all the ways that I was not on path. But this time I was actually shown that my life was a testament to the beauty and wonder of God, that every piece in my life was put there meticulously for my own growth and learning. And I was really taken back by how supported I was, how deeply loved and supported I am. But I was completely held and taken care of like a child would be, which makes sense because we're all children of God. But I'd never really seen that before. I'd never really seen how loved and supported and held I was, and how each of those moments where it was off, I needed a correction, but I was held so lovingly through it and supported. And it really opened my heart in a whole new way. Another thread that I was shown was my devotion and innate worship of God, and how I rode the waves of life through prayer, and how much I rested in prayer. And this was another new thing that I hadn't seen before for me, because most of my life I truly believed that I lost my connection to God. I had let the programming of my childhood create a cloak of sadness and insecurity that distorted my perceptions of life. And through this exploration of search me, O Lord, I realized there was still some part of me that was holding on to this belief that I lost my connection to God and that I didn't deserve God's love. And what I was shown is how that is so not true. I was shown how, which I've just never seen in this way. It was very profound for me. Just how I was always connected to God, no matter how hard and painful my life felt at times. And that I was shown that deep inside me, there was a deep, true knowing that I was on this planet for a reason and I had a purpose. And that, there's nothing that was given to me in this world that made me think that. It really came from within. It came from inside of me. And that was something that I've never let go of and I've never lost throughout my whole life. Whenever I would be shown these moments through my life, it was really showing me how in each of those moments, I felt the interconnectedness of everything, and that I knew that in the breath, I was universal. And I'd never seen that before. And so it was so amazing for me to access this thread and totally shift my perception of my life and what I thought was true. And I really saw that my life was really a deep prayer of devotion. And my devotion and that internal knowingness that I had for that reason and that purpose is what carried me through life. It was my living prayer. And it's what helped me get unstuck. And it's what helped me call in my angel team. And it's what helped me be who I am. And all the times that I thought I was weak, all the times that I thought I was weak, I actually was really strong. But it wasn't my strength, it was God's strength in me. It was the power of the universe and the touch of God in me. And I was able to truly see how I am a divine dancer. And this is something that we can claim for ourselves. Each one of us can claim this and be a divine dancer in our own ways. What I realized is, search me, O Lord, it's a access point for that strength within, that God strength within, to draw upon the light. When we're accessing that place within, that is the rock, the living waters, the manna, the nourishment of our being. That place within is the fountain of everlasting peace and grace. It's the place within that is our salvation and hope. And it's what moves us through life and makes us who we are. So thank you, God. Thank you, God, for helping me access this, helping me to open up myself and my heart to see this beauty that has always been there, this blessing of my life and who I am. And may this be an opening and a doorway for you to find your own connection with this mystical prayer and this path in whatever way it flows best for you.